Hello everyone, welcome back to another Dylan Martin fishing video. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 of my favorite baits for spawn fishing. With the spawn coming up, you might want to load up on some tackle, and here are 5 of my recommendations. But first, here's a word from our sponsor. Today's video is brought to you by Riot Baits. Riot Baits is a company that makes soft plastics right here in the United States, like the baton worm, which is one of my favorite Riot Baits baits. The baton worm is perfectly designed for wacky rig fishing. Use my code in the description of this video at checkout for 15% off site-wide. Again, my code in the description of this video, you put it in at checkout in the discount code box, and you get 15% off your total order. Coming up in the number 5 spot, we have a tube. This specifically is a Bitsy tube in green pumpkin chartreuse. Very, very good bait. You rig it up Texas style, maybe with a little weight on there. Perfect to flip on a bed. Really good sight fishing when you're doing bed fishing. Perfect bait to pair with forward-facing sonar as well. Maybe you can't see the bed, but you can see it on live scope. One of the best baits for, just cruising around. You see a bed, pitch in there. Has a wonderful action, high salt content, great bait. Next up, we have Berkeley flatworm in specifically the drop shot presentation. Again, like the tube, it's a nice smaller bait, low profile, does not spook a fish, especially if it may be a smaller buck on the bed. This color is Goby. I love this color. Very, very, very good color, especially for smallmouth. And smallmouth bed fishing is just phenomenal. They're very, very aggressive. But a nice lighter drop shot weight, you can easily pitch that onto the bed. Doesn't make too much of a commotion, and it just hovers it there like it's a little fish on their bed. Can trigger a lot of bites. Very, very good spawn fishing bait. Next up in the number 3 spot, we have a 4-inch Senko, specifically in wacky rig style. You don't even need to see the bed for this. If you just throw this at a coastline in wacky rig, you're going to get bites on it, especially during the spawn. This is specifically in black and blue. Very, very good color, tried and true, very tested. You see all kinds of people pull up massive fish on this, and it requires very little skill to use. Great beginner bait. In the number 2 spot is actually flukes. Flukes are one of my favorite baits. This specifically is in the baby bass color. Flukes have all the action of a jerk bait with none of the treble hooks and the real life looking of soft plastic. I really do love flukes, especially for bed fishing. If you cast it a little before the bed, give it a couple light jerks into the bed, and it sinks in that way onto the bed. That can cause some strikes, particularly when you're talking for largemouth, but smallmouth absolutely will hit it too. And my number 1 favorite bait for bed fishing would be a bubblegum Ned rig. This is a 1/16 ounce head on it. Beautiful, small presentation. Very, very, very unlikely to spook a fish. And with this, with a Ned rig setup, you pitch in and it sinks straight down and it has that little wobble to it. And specifically, bubblegum is really easy to see on the bed, so you know exactly when that fish has your bait. And you can get early hook sets, so you don't grab it. And you know how fish like to grab the bait, swim off the bed, and let go. It's much easier to actually get a hook set when they do that, as opposed to when they just eat it. But thank you guys for watching my 5 favorite fish techniques for bed fishing. Please like and subscribe, follow my Facebook, and check out our sponsor, link below.